Hi Cancerians, thank you so much for joining me, Lorian, for your reading in December. It's an absolute pleasure to do this for you. Thank you very much for joining me. This is for Cancerian Sun, Cancerian Moon, Cancerian Rising, and it will be a general reading. So this is just to kind of cover all those bases really. If you'd like a private reading with me, just go to the link that's listed below. And I'm doing this live simply because the laptop situation has not improved. I'm hoping to get one by New Year, but we'll see how that goes. Hope you've all been doing well during this Mercury retrograde. Well, it does end, well, technically it stations direct on the 6th of December, but I think it's going to take about till the 15th to really do well and actually go okay by that time. But let's see what's coming up for you guys in the month of December. I'm doing it slightly different this time, simply because instead of having all the cards facing me all at once from the start, I'm just going to see what each individual card has to say, and then I will be able just to kind of read into how everything else is going together for you. If you hear rattles and stuff, that's because my little cat Bella has decided to choose these moments when I'm doing readings to come and say hello and rattle behind me. You know when you have a familiar and you have somebody who's like, or a pet who's like always there and who always wants to be around you whenever you're doing like your work or stuff? That's kind of what she's like. It's ever so nice. She makes a rattle. Don't you, baby? Alright. So let's have a look and see what comes through for you guys here. So the first one, is Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords can be a good card, to be honest. It does say that you are probably going to be in the position to make a decision, and you're going to be able to organise yourself and see what it is you want to achieve. I think some of you may feel like this is a stalemate, lesser of two evils decision. And I think a lot of this is because, you may have not really received the good stuff in the past. There seems to be just a lot of negativity, a lot of things that you'd rather forget. But this one, it does feel as though that you will have a strong start to the month despite this card. There's a kind of clarity that comes through this. I do feel some of you may be really annoyed about the choice you have to make, simply because it's not something that you really wanted to make. It's not a choice you wanted to have. But to be honest, I think that you will be privileged enough to have a better choice than some. And that is the only takeaway. If you can only take that positive, then I would say to take that positive. Let's just have a look and see what else comes through for you as well. Ooh, Six of Cups. Okay, so there may be some nostalgia here as well. There may be a kind of feeling that you have organised yourself in some ways, and now you're looking back and thinking on the year and how far you've come. Maybe you started a new job, maybe you started another direction, maybe there was a relationship that had to change so you could actually progress. But this is kind of nostalgia. It's maybe thinking as to how things were before the big picture came along. So here you have two people or three people talking at a stage while these loads of people over here in my mind at least, wait to come on or wait to come in. So it's kind of behind the scenes. It's something where you may be waiting in anticipation and enjoying the quieter moments before things get a little bit more hectic. And I think that's probably kind of the theme for you for December. Things will be getting hectic in 2019 for you guys. I mean, I am going to do the 2019 readings very soon, and there are personal forecasts available, but it just feels like there's a lot coming up for you guys in regards to 2019. So this is the kind of moment where you can just kind of stop. Ooh, but 2019 also brings this for you, because this is near to that time. This is about a month ahead. This is your greatness, vitality returning to you. This is an assurance that you're probably going to feel freer than you have in a while. But the thing is, you may have to set your sights a little bit further. It could be that you're very limited in the fact that, you're not really looking at anywhere apart from the four walls that you're in at the moment. Or it could be that you're limiting yourself because you fear that if you stretch yourself too far, you'll only fall back down and fail. And that's not really what I'm seeing for you here. And in December, you have to reassure yourself that your New Year's resolutions will come true. they will be able to be committed to. And I think this is going to be so much better for you guys as well, because there's a lot going on that you don't really see happening in front of you. There's a lot going on that you'll see or feel in the space behind you, in the spirit, in the intuition. You're very strong empaths, Cancerians, and I think that if you are able to tune into other people's energies, you can certainly tune into your own and make that decision to sort of be aware of yourself, be aware of what your inner or higher self are telling you. You know, you need to make this something that you feel happy about. But you have freedom coming. Where you may feel restricted at some point in December, it changes, it shifts, and you go to feel full on, free, absolutely expansive. So yeah, don't worry about what happens at the start of December. Brush past that, and then I think you'll be able to move to what comes in. You do have the Ten of Pentacles as well. Wow. So this is something that shows wealth and establishment and a kind of synchronicity for you. And I feel honestly that this is saying you will have a platform to kind of launch yourself from into next year. So December brings forward the case of, right, I've done that. And it's kind of a foundational feeling. Okay, good, I've done this and I can go on and do this. So this is really a strong launching pad for you. I also feel like if you're around family, you won't feel afraid of telling family what you've achieved or what you hope to achieve. But it could be a case of you have to decide what you tell your family, because it could be that, you know, your family or friends, loved ones, you know, I want to do this, and just keep something back for yourself. That's what I feel. It's like you don't have to be afraid of telling them anything, but just keep something back to yourself that's private. If you say your goals to people, sometimes you're less likely to reach them. It's more motivational if you give yourself that goal and hold yourself to it, rather than tell people to hold you to it. So that's that very personal edge there. And you have the Page of Cups. So this is very strong. This is about enthusiasm and synchronization. So there could be some kind of, you know, hickory pokery going on, and some people actually inviting you out, or, you know, making romantic advances, changes in your relationships with close ones, and all that sort of stuff that seems to be coming through. But you need to have a look, and you need to focus just that little bit more on the synchronization of yourself and your intuition, and make sure that they're all in line with each other. I also feel that there's a great deal of romance in this card. It may be that you need to be a bit creative. It may be that you need to have a look at, you know, how you see yourself and how you see others. Is it through the same lens, or is it through a more critical lens for yourself? That is something that I believe that you would need to pay attention to just in the darker moments of this month. When I say darker moments, I just mean like the times where you feel, oh, I've eaten too much or something like that. Don't beat yourself up a little bit here. Just try your best in December to always focus on the good things that are coming into you rather than what's going away. And then we have the Magician. You've got two major arcanas along the same one, so this is really, really good. The Magician says that there is a conscious awareness that you have about you, a concentration of your power. This is you learning. Again, everything is a learning curve, but I feel like in this one there's a power to it that's a bit different. This gives you a bit more potential. This gives you a sense of nature and how you can be in tune a bit more. To be honest, there was a book I read about astrology, and they said if you want to romance a water sign, or if you want to get really into the nitty gritty of a water sign, take them to a body of water. So, for instance, a river, a lake, you know, that's something, that setting, a waterfall would be amazing. But you do feel naturally, I think, calm around water unless you have a heavy fire sign element within your chart. I do feel like there's something that's coming in for you around December that you may want to get into your elemental self. And this could be you dictating to yourself, this is the direction I want to go in, this is how I'm going to manifest it, and no one is going to go in my way for this. So this is the freedom. The freedom comes from your magic. The freedom comes from your inner determination. And again, it may be that you can't tell anybody what you want to do, because that will just distract you too much, and it'll not allow you to draw on your inner strength. Ooh. Now I'm going to get an angel card for you guys just to see what information is coming through spirit here. It's nice to see many of you joining me today, by the way, live. I know this is not ideally, you know, something that I would do. Normally I would have the ability to edit and post online and make it pretty and make it all nice. But for, you know, technological reasons, I'm just having to do this live on my phone. So thank you so much for your support and, you know, joining me and being with me. And I do this for you guys. So this all means the world to me when you actually show up and, you know, show your support. Thank you very much. Alrighty. So, you're welcome. I do this for you guys. I really honestly do. I'm waiting for one of these cards to jump out at me. You know what I mean? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Thank you, cards. Alright, so this is passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love, life, and career. Now, this looks like it says love life. I have a problem with that because love life can just convolute everything. So I would say your love, your life, and your career, because they are sometimes very separate. And I think it disregards a lot of other people who may not. So, not as in like, you know, I don't want love, I'm horrible. That feeling of, you know, I want to be individual and a relationship. So I think that this is something that you can take on board. You will have a passion. You will have this freedom coming with the sun and the magician. You will have this inner urge, this inner knowing that is taking you on board and it's taking you to the future. And I do feel that you're going to have some requests to kind of join people or be included in people, have that feeling of, okay, so I'm part of the crew almost. And I feel like there's something that comes in that feels like there's a gentle energy that's, I don't know, it just feels a little bit like there's a lot going on for you on an emotional level, then on a spiritual level, and then you translate that into the maternal or the material level. So yeah, it's a bit complicated, and it just seems a little bit like things going on here, a little bit over zealous in the first half, maybe the first week, and then you go okay into the next sort of half of December. And I just noticed you could see the faded sigil that's on my wrist. Which life, everybody? Which life? So I do think there's a lot going on for you emotionally, but you're proving your strength, and you're entering 2019 with such a beautiful, beautiful energy. You have a renewed passion, and you do have your ability to kind of stand your ground and, you know, go forwards with this. So do let me know how things go for you. I am fascinated to hear how the year ends for you. Like I say, 2019 readings are available, and I will do a general one for all signs in December. But just comment below, let me know. All readings on my website are there at the link in the description box, or email me. Let me know how you're doing, and I'll wish you all the guys very, very best of luck and lots of love. Take care, everybody.